and also my nose just made me sound so bad there. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe, and hello and welcome to Tinkerberry Does Art. And in today's episode we're going to be doing a VTuber. Well, would they be counted as a VTuber? Yeah, they would be counted as a VTuber. Okay. My brain was just firing there, I do apologise. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. I actually do have a new list going on. So we currently have, how many people we got? 6 people. 6 people. Is that right? Yeah. 6 people. We currently have a list of 6 people so far for the new VTuber cosplays that we're doing for Oki here. And you know what I forgot? I forgot the background music. I'm sorry if I'm sounding absolutely terrible. I am basically absolutely terrible tonight. My throat is absolutely just not wanting to function today. That meaning that I have a lot of, mucus due to being sick. And it's really annoying, I tell you, it's really annoying. Alright. Also, I forgot to set up secondary device. Give me 1 second so I can read chat. Totally forgot to tell you, totally forgot. I'm actually trying to find where I placed the music file. We'll have some Stream Cafe. There we go. Stream Cafe going on. Tulip season. If you're interested, you go check it out. Let me check something. There we go. Alright, so let us get into doing some art today. So in today's episode I picked a pretty easy one, I tell you. Pretty easy one, I would say. I was wondering what was going on over here. This seems to always break, I tell you. I do not care for it, but it's just quite annoying. I do also have it that this is my template, okay, so I don't have to worry about getting the hair in front of the face, because it should just appear right in front of the face. Basically, clears up that issue. Alright, now I need to find a... Yeah, that's dark enough, I would say. And find the brush that I'm going to be using. I am not using the right one. No wait, am I using the pen? Or was I not? Yeah, I was not using the pen there. I was not using the pen there. That kinda sucks. Alright, I'm trying to find the perfect size. That should be perfect. That's regular, but I will make it a tiny bit smaller. So, who we're going to be doing today is Thunder Nate Variations. This one's gonna be quite a neat one to do, I tell you. But the problem that I'm having is I only have this one PNG of them, so I have to work with it. I could actually go and see if I can grab another PNG for getting a better view of their character. So, let me go do that. There we go. This is actually not too bad. This is their profile picture that I'm going to be using as well. There we go. Grab this, then grab that, place it over there, and bam! We have their hair color that I can now pick. That is not the bright color like this. Actually, you can see the difference in their hair coloration by just doing this. It's a lot darker over here, but it's actually a quite nice colour, I'm being honest. Why does it give me Celeste vibes? Should I make it okay that it's Celeste vibes? Let me know down below. I might actually see what we have working here. Yeah, that should do. That should do. Alright, so we better get started, I would say. I'll actually... You know what, I'll actually remove this one. We'll work with this one for this. Alright. So, I need to actually work on the face first. It's always important to work on the face first. So I do see a spike coming out here, a spike coming out here. What else have we got going on here? That's actually supposed to go upwards by a bit. Yeah, that works. That works. There we go. And let us see. There's supposed to be another one that comes around here. It's not going to be exact. I'm just taking some inspiration for the hair here for the now. And I guess I could make this one angle a bit more downwards. Oops. You know what would be better? If I did this as like a second layer above this. That's actually what I might actually do. There we go. Now if I do that, it appears on this layer and not this layer. That is actually very nice. Alright, I keep forgetting to do that, I tell you. Keep forgetting to do that. Alright, go back like that. Let me just get rid of that now. There we go. Alright, now let's get working on the hair because we're now getting off track now. I do not want to get off track while I'm sick. Because if I get off track while I'm sick, I'll end up just, you know, making a whole mistake. Would it be better to work from... Alright, well, let's work from the top. That's looking not that very good. We need to make it more hair-like. Alright, that's actually not looking too bad. Do something like that. This is kind of where we are. So I should have done a bit going upwards a bit. About there. Yeah. Alright, let me get rid of that. This might be a little bit scuffed. I've not done one of these in a little while. Alright. So then we carve and slick. What I mean by that is that. There we go. And now we go like this, back in, and then get away, you stupid fly. There's this one fly and I tell you, I've not been able to kill it. It is so annoying. There we go. Alrighty. That should do for that. And then I make a slick going in here. Upwards. A little bit more. There we go. And now I look at this bit here. See that there's a second bit here. Slick upwards there. Now the last one that we actually did of this, I think it was Tabby. Was it Tabby? It's been quite some time. What was our last, you know, VTuber cosplay that we did? We did the new and remastered ones. Was it Ramses? Or was it Tabby? I think it might have been Ramses. No, it was Kaz. No, wait, no. Making a mistake, do apologise. It was Tabby, I'm pretty sure, because this is 10. No, it might be Ramses. Actually, that's 4, that's 10. Yeah, I think it might have been Giant Tabby. If you're not yet, you know, following Giant Tabby, I would recommend going and checking them out. You know what, I might as well give them a shout out. That's what we'll do. If I can actually remember how to spell their name. slash. Is it slash? It's been forever since I last did this. Slash. Shout out, that's it. Shout out. Giant Tabby. Is this the right Giant Tabby? Yeah, that's the right Giant Tabby. I've not actually checked out their channel in a while. Hopefully they're doing alright and staying safe. Yeah, I don't know what they were last doing. It's been quite some time actually. What were they last doing? They actually done something 6 hours ago. Out my ears got blown there. They done something 6 hours ago. Alright, back to doing some art, because I told you if I get sidetracked, I'm going to get sidetracked. And that's not always the best thing. So it would not be one of my episodes if I did not get sidetracked. Alright. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. So it should curve a bit more. Maybe I'm not looking at this right. Ah. So we have one of these here. Get away, fly. My nose is terrible to know. And then we have another one of these come down this way. And then I part that into that. And this one just goes up like that. So I can remove the inside a bit. Just go like that. There we go. I might actually blow my nose, so if you give me 1 second. Where's the start? There's the start. Come on, fold. Ah, there we go. That actually sounds a lot better now. And also I have a bubble at the back of my throat for some reason. Well, I am sick after all, you know. I'm not 100% just yet, I tell you, and it's really annoying me. Alright. How does that go? So like that. Does not touch the end. There we go. And let me go like that. As I slowly go around, like a little roundabout over here. And just go like that. And that'll be where the purple is. And now we're on the important part here. Fixing this to go around. That was actually not too hard. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now I need to make a slick that goes off here. And then another slick that goes off here. And then that comes back up. Did I do that with the other side? I think I forgot. There we go. Yeah, not too bad at all. I might actually add a little bit more detail over here by just splitting this end a little. Just because it kind of looks a little bit unnatural. That's what I'll say, it looks a little bit unnatural. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad at all. Alright. Now for our next bit. It looks like it's going to be a kinda hump kinda thing here. Kinda like that. It does not go all the way down, that's the problem. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. This is actually not looking too bad at all. I do feel bad for, you know, me being sick while doing this. I do feel bad for that. Because I would be more talkative, but this, you know, nose has decided to become a liability in the last little bit now. And my voice broke there, I do apologize. Sounded like a sheep. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. And I guess I'll just connect it upwards like that. And now we can get started on the rest of it. How does this look? It does kind of get in the way of certain stuff, but that does not really matter, I tell you. Alright. What does matter is that we need to do the clothes now. And this is going to probably be a hoodie. Looks like a bluish hoodie. We'll do the good old signature way of how you do hoodies. Just add a little bit of that there, a little crinkle. And then you just go like this. Wrap it around. And then wrap this around. And then you'll do little tiny bits here. But first, let's get started on doing that hoodie. Got a nice blue color here. That will actually do quite nicely. There we go. I do apologize, I'm trying to speak, but also trying to not, you know, sound like I'm sick. At least I sound better than previously. At certain points of last stream cough, you know, game night that we had going on. I was terrible in that. I felt so bad for sneezing. But you know what, you can't control being sick. That's what I'll say. Oh, kept clicking the wrong one there. There we go. Does seem kind of rushed, this hoodie. Maybe I might fix that in a second. There we go. Not too bad at all. Alright, now we get this in here. Make it look all original, I tell you. There we go. Wrap it all around. Yeah, that actually does not look too bad. Now, we need to actually get these done. We'll do this. Now, is this a zip-up hoodie or just a regular hoodie? We could make it a zip-up hoodie, just for the fun of it. I hate zip-up hoodies. They're just very annoying. Yeah, that actually does not look too bad. Alright, now I do some pockets. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Let me just add some detail. There we go. Alright. So I guess I'll get started on the hair now. We'll probably do the outer purple. I guess I could also do that first. Alright. You know what? I could just do this. Get the fill tool. Do that. Fill it in a bunch of times. And then, just go through it and carve it all down. There we go. Kinda just trying to unthicken the lines. That's kinda what I'm trying to do there now. So I keep hopping all over the lines. Like there. Yeah, not the worst. Not the worst. We'll accept it for now. Alright. So, let us go and grab the right size. For some reason it just does not want to select it properly. There we go. Sorry, I was holding my breath there. Do apologize. Alright. Now we'll wrap this all the way around. I actually really like this over just having the lines fully there again. There we go. Yeah, that actually does not look too bad, and we'll probably do the inside bit again. There we go. Not as good as the original, I would say, but it shall do. Alrighty. Get the fill-in tool. Yeah, I actually did quite nice. It's almost fully done. Almost fully done. There's a tiny little bit there that's very annoying. Alright. Time to add the other parts. That is the lighten. Alright. There we go. If I had any... No, I do not care about your stupid garbage game. Waste of gigabytes, I tell you. I want to know when I have frame drops, not when you want to sell something to me. Streamlabs. I should really swap over to using, you know, OBS regular. But I keep forgetting to do so. Hello there, Magic Pants. Hopefully you're doing alright to stay safe. We're currently doing a VTuber cosplay. That is of, what do you call it? Nate Variations. Thunder Nate Variations. Could not get the words right there. I am also sick, so hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. Alright. There we go. Not bad at all. Basically, I'm just trying to colour in areas to lighten them up when you're looking at them from a distance. Can't believe this will be one of the last ones of the year. I did a lot of them in 2024, and then I slowed down and in 2025. Okay, you want Catgirl, Tangleberry / Meryl? Okay. I don't know if I have it on my newer model, let me see. Actually, I have to see if I have it on my newer model. I don't think I do. You know what? Give me 1 second. We're going to do a bit of shenanigans. I'm going to open up VRoid. It's going to suck everything dry. But, hello and welcome in, Leechy. Hopefully you're doing alright to stay safe. I do apologize, I am sick than hell. I need to actually go and, what do you call it? Grab the right model. Open. That's what I need to do. No, I'm looking for my actual model. Where is it? You know, I put stuff in the VRoid area and then it never shows up. What if I just drag in? As well do. Go over to VRoid. There's everything, finally. It is new casual. Why only show up with one of the models? Okay, this is a high school one. I don't think it has a proper hair. It has old hair, doesn't it? No. That's actually not too bad. So the hair is not right, so I do actually have the hair preset, right? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And now let me go grab the outfit. It's somewhere around here, I tell you. It's somewhere around here. Is that it? No, that's the old one. No, that is just the void. That is just the void, I tell you. Hello Perry, how is your day? It's going alright. That's what I will say. It's going alright so far. Nah, just do that. No, is that better? Why is everything working against me right now? Everything's working against me. I am a failure. I have to have some custom top around here somewhere. You know, I have like set amount of tops and you know, for some reason it always like wants to mess up. Okay, so that's, you know what that'll do? I tell you, if it was my 2D model, this would have been easily sorted. But no. I always forget about it. There we go. What are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, that's more normal. That is more normal. I feel so bad to tell you. We have to do all this work just because I forgot about putting the model for 3D. There we go. Just slam that into that. Grab that, put that there, bam bam. Let it load. Is it loading? Yeah, it's loading. Finally I tell you. Let me put it in the Vroid area. I was gonna have to try out some other softwares to tell you. Oh, what did I call it again? What did I call it again? No! Ugly square. Desktop Vroid. What did I call it again? Ah, there it is. Where is it? I hit cancel. That's what I did. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And that's not a pun. That is not a pun. There we go. So, now that that is sorted out, I tell you, we can get back to doing some art. Let me close that. Get out of here. Alright, Firealpaca time. Definitely did not go through all that effort, you know, and realize I had a cat girl somewhere in there. I think I did it ages ago, that one. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. I do apologize for being, you know, sick during this. But I cannot control that, I tell you. I cannot control that, and it really is annoying. I get sick back to back, I tell you. Does not help that at the start of the year I got sick for 2 months, I tell you. 2 months. Alright, let's see, I need to do a more medium size tool here. Punch sickness in the face. Hopefully. Hopefully this one's not as long as the previous one. Previous one's like a week. It was really annoying. It just does not help that, you know, it's so cold, you know, recent. Like it's ice. It's raining now outside. I think it's raining, I'm not sure. It was raining a while back and then it was snowing. It's really just everything, you know. Really just everything. It's just appearing. Hopefully this does look quite nice. I'm hoping it looks quite nice. This is the first one that we've done in a little while. And I want to make sure it actually looks pretty good. I will probably do more VTuber cosplays in the future. But I don't think I'll do them as back to back as often as I normally do with them previously. Because that was like, you know, day after day I did one after another. It's not the healthiest, I tell you, it's not the healthiest. If I kept to my schedule that I had back in the day, who knows, I may have been skin and bone, you know, recording. There we go. Not too bad at all. I did have a terrible, you know, sleep schedule. I would wake up, you know, record, go back to sleep, get up for school, and before I, you know, went to school I would record an episode. And bam, you know, repeat that, you know, constantly. I got back, record the episode, went back to sleep, record, get up, record the episode, go back to sleep. And I think it was basically that. I could fit in like 5 recordings a day. And it is really terrible, I tell you, really terrible. Sometimes I would just go into school with no sleep at all and just do the entire day. And this was high school, I tell you. This was high school. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. And you know how bad high school is, that it's demanding. It is demanding. Oh, hello there, Ari. Hopefully you're doing alright and stay safe. Thank you. Lychee required us to have Catgirl, and I forgot I did not have one set up for the new hair that we have for our 3D model. So I had to go and scrounge together as fast as possible. I really do need to set up the sounds of the redeems. It would make it a little bit easier instead of me having to read. That I can just know what you know, or wanted me to do, like hydrate. There we go. Not too bad at all. Round like that. Kind of just trying to add as much, like, you know, detail, and from a distance it looks nice. Up close, not the best, I tell you. Up close, not the best. Doing good, thanks. How about you? I am doing partly a little bit worse. My nose is absolutely terrible today. I'm actually going to blow my nose before I reply to you again. There we go. Now I sound a little bit better for a little while. You infected me, I think. Because today I feel like I'm getting sick, being cold all day. You know what, that's exactly what is happening with me, you know, it's so cold all day. I literally have to have my heater on constantly. Not like constantly, but you know, heater on, you know, a lot of the time. Like I'd wake up and it's like ice cold, I tell you. Like my room does not keep heat in it no more. It used to be like a foxhole, of, you know, keep you warm as long as you were in it, and it's no longer like that. And how was game night? Game night was actually quite good. We had a nice time playing some Deep Rock Galactic. It was actually quite nice. I do plan on doing some more of those soon. And would I call that a complete piece? It is looking a little bit weird. Maybe I might do that. Make it look a little bit more normal. Do that. Drag that along there. Just go like that. There we go. Just trying to make it look more blended in. I do feel like this bit over here is a little bit, you know, singy, so I might actually add a little bit here that's not actually in the original. So that's what I'm going to do. It's just looking too empty in this little bit here. I need to add something that fill it up. There we go. Yeah, that's actually looking not that bad, actually. That is not looking that bad. Yeah, that actually looks a lot better. Oh, thank you for the hearts. I was just making sure, I've read everything I tell you. Alright. Now that we have basically finished this piece, I tell you. Basically finished this piece. I might actually add a little bit more lighting to certain bits. Kind of make them look more unique instead of just a streak. Actually, I could use the power of... Where is it? Can you delete these? I wish you could delete them. There we go. There we go. We can just go around the edges of all of these and just make them look a little bit more foggy and, you know, nice. I see you're taking notes. I see you're taking notes. Hopefully it's not how bad my voice is now. It's not doing the best with, you know, how cloggy it is. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad at all. Oh, let me get rid of that bot. There we go. I hate bots, I tell you, I hate bots. There's only like a few bots I would ever, you know, accept. And that, you know, stupid, you know, advertisement bot, never gonna accept that. That's like the worst bot ever. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. I definitely gonna have to, what do you call it? Do this over here. No, I gotta mod more people, I tell you. The regular mod that I have, you know, is Pi. But I forget that I should really have more mods. Actually, I do have like a couple of mods, don't I? Scav is a mod. Pi is a mod. And then I feel like a few other people that I know are mods. Barry's a mod. That's my sister. Yeah, we have a lot of mods. That's what we'll say. We have a lot of mods. They're just not active, you know, when I do streams a lot of the time. How many can you have? Is there a limit? I think the limit is 10. I think the limit is 10. I think that's the limit of how many you're able to have on Twitch. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. That's not looking too bad at all. There we go. It's looking very Celeste-like, if I'm being honest. I see, thank you. Alright. I will also fix these. The little leftover bits I should fix ages ago. Just put over some airbrushing and, you know, it'll take care of it. Now, I need to actually save this as it needs to go into the folder of OKs. So, why are you not closed? Close! Do not save. Alright, there we go. So, let me go and save this. It goes in the new OK Cosplays. And it is Thunder Need Variations. And it is 11:20. 10 days before Christmas. Well, not Christmas. 10 days before I drop my Christmas art piece at our NFW one that I made a little while back. Yeah. There we go. Alright, now that that is saved, we'll start to get working on this mouth. So what we're going to do for this mouth is just, oops, need the other pen. We just chop off the top of it a bit. Just do that. Carve it a bit. There we go. And now I'll save that with the other piece. There's 2. And now that that's saved, I'll do the rest. It's very simple to do, you know, the Oki stuff because Oki does not blink. It's canon, I tell you. There we go. Alright, now I do the final one. Oop. Did not need to bring up my 3D model there. Save number 3. And that is another VTuber cosplay done. Not bad, not bad at all. I'm very surprised on how fast that actually took. That was 45 minutes, that's actually a lot faster than I thought it would actually take. Now that that is complete, I might as well add it over to the thingy, shouldn't I? I'll open up VTube. It clash with my model, so if you give me 1 second. Let's see. Load new avatar, we're looking for the VTuber Cosplays. And let us start with putting our closed mouth, open mouth, mid mouth, and mid mouth. That should look alright. It's a little bit large to now. Let me shrink that for use. But that is the VTuber cosplay. It's actually not looking too bad. Might actually make my thing disappear for a second. My 3D model. Where is? There it is. So, give that a second. So, this is what it looks like. It actually looks not that bad actually. Not that bad at all. Speedrun. Basically speedrun. Compared to previous ones that we've done, it's probably gotta be very speedrunny. Let me go back in time, I tell you, to my post that I made about this. Cosplay down. 5 more to go for another day. And this is Funda Nate variation. Yeah, I'm bringing news for when I'm doing this post to tell you. Little trouble with the hair. And let me do that. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad at all. We did not too bad, gang. We did not do too bad. So, I will probably end off there, as it's almost 50 minutes, and I do not want to make this any longer. And I do need to go and stream some games, so we'll be doing that next. So if you want to stay for that on the Twitch side, and then I'll probably just end and restart, and all you need to do is just refresh the page. But it'll probably be a few minutes. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, positive, make sure your life is very important. I'm a basic things.